Someone once said, time is money. So he went and bought a Rolex watch. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, it's time for smartwatches. Consider buying one. It was 2 years back when I was at the Paris International Airport at a stopover, and I went into a Rolex showroom. And I was scanning through the watches there, and I happened to observe one watch, and the price listed out there was this. That's 9400,99 euros, and that's price stands for price in French. For a minute, I thought that's 400. So in French, the decimal system goes this way, where there should be a period, there is a comma. I knew that, luckily, but I never knew what the space stand for. So I was literally thinking it's 400 euros. So I went for it. But it was not the case. That's 9,400 euros, which is equivalent to 14,000 Canadian dollars. And I was thinking in my head, you gotta be nuts to buy a wristwatch for 14,000 Canadian dollars. Consider smartwatches. And I'll tell you, I know, so how many of us here have a smartwatch? On their hand, I have. Okay, oh great, we have two at least, thank you. So let me just tell you about what a smartwatch is all about. Smartwatches are, again, a watch that goes on your wrist, but it allows you to get instant information, and it can act as what is there on your smartphone. So whatever information that you're getting on your smartphone, you will actually get it. It can actually have all the features that your smartphone has. Considering buying it? Not yet. So let me go through the features first. So it's very much upcoming in the industry. And more importantly, all the big players are there. I'm pretty sure someone recently would have gone through the Apple Watch. Tim Cook actually launched that as well. And they would have talked about the features. So yes, so it's new. Or I wouldn't say it's new, rather it's already 4 years old in the industry with almost all the players in there. Now, what makes smartwatches smart in a way? So it's the pairing feature. What it does is you can actually pair your smartwatch with your telephone, and you can actually get in everything that is there on your smartphone onto your watch. All right? Now, what are the advantages? Let's talk about that a little bit. Most importantly, the coolest feature which I like in smartwatches is the fitness feature. And the one which I have on my hand is for that same reason. So how fitness? So if you know, a few years back in the industry, it was all about fitness trackers. Okay, but now things are changing. Whatever was there in the fitness tracker is coming on smartwatches. So things like the heart rate monitor, the global positioning system, where you can actually track where all are you moving and traveling. And in addition, whatever is there in the athletic band features are coming in your smartwatch. Okay. So let's look at smartwatches. So I got the smartwatch from my wife a year back, which is there on my hand here. All right. And one of the coolest things that it did is the first one, which is the number of steps. And I'll tell you why. Because I am one of those persons who sit in front of the idiot box because I actually work in front of a computer throughout my day. And especially on a work day, with this watch, what I realized is I only move less than 1,000 to 1,500 steps. And the recommended is 10,000 steps. You don't even come close. Right? So this was one big change it brought in me. For that matter, me and my wife actually walk in our home after our dinner, just to cover up 10,000 steps. And it does have a good effect. Now, a few other things which it brings as an advantage. It tells you the calorie count, the distance that is covered, what is the speed that you're covering it in, and as said, the heart rate monitor and the GPS. So things like if you're doing some activity, you're playing a sport, it will actually monitor that. And you can actually get those details not just on your watch, but you can give a history of things in your laptop or in a computer. Okay, so that's really good information for you to have. So, in short, let me just summarize. What are the top 5 reasons and there are quite a lot of reasons out there, but for me, the top 5 reasons that you need a smartwatch is fitness tracking, which I already talked about, that you would want to track all your activities that you've been doing. The second one, and I feel it's one of the key ones, is notifications. So what do you mean by notifications? It's all about those messages which you get on your phones. Now think about it. In the work environment that I'm in, I generally go through a phase where it's crazy. You get instant emails, you have to reply back to those messages very quickly. But there are times and occasions where you should not. Like at this moment, you should not be looking at your notifications if it's coming on your phone. But if it's a smartwatch, you can sneak on your watch at any time, right? So you can do that. But in saying that, that doesn't mean that you have to keep on looking at your notifications. You can actually set your preferences in such a way that only the important notifications come to you. Third, but not the least, paying for things. Now, this is something which Tim Cook talked about in Apple Watch, where you can actually pay using your smartwatch. For that matter, he even said that you could actually go to the airport security and show your boarding pass using your smartwatch. The fourth feature is distraction-free navigation. You can actually use this as your GPS device. And last but not the least, the answering calls. So if you have been putting off buying a smartwatch, you should consider 1. If you answer yes to 2 of these questions, one is if you really want the health information in somewhere, you should buy that. And 2, if there is a limited amount of time to take out your phone, you should consider doing that.